Hey, Chase, real estate investors, there is a major change that's occurring right now in real estate. And it's whenever something changes, to me, it's a sign of opportunity. And I'm seeing a major opportunity for all of us over the next few years. And it's in regards to condo and townhome developments. And why this is so important right now is that in 2008 and 9, it became very difficult for associations, townhouses, condo developments that were in an HOA, homeowners association, to be able to get qualified to allow borrowers to get FHA financing. And so right now, and I don't have firm numbers on this, but I would guess 60% of all townhouse condo developments, manor homes, 60% of them are not FHA approved. And as a result, it is holding the value of those properties down significantly. And I've tried to do some comparisons over the last year, actually the last couple years, for properties that are FHA eligible, townhouse and condos, manor homes that are FHA approved. The development is FHA approved. And if I have one that is not FHA approved, but they're the same units, same square footage, same construction, there's about a 30% difference in value with the properties that are FHA approved are up here and are 30% higher, and the ones that are not approved are 30% lower than the market. And so I've been paying close attention to it. Now I'm starting to see everyone is taking note of this. The federal government is taking note, and they're making changes as we speak to the FHA approval process. And I want to be able to get my investors into this over the next couple of years. It is a little bit of a long play, but I think that we're going to see some significant gains on these properties. So what I'm going to be targeting, and this is only going to be for select investors. This is for somebody who's got an appetite, who wants to buy a property that they're going to potentially rent out, and kind of wait out what some of these changes are that are occurring. And I mean, there literally is millions of dollars to be made in real estate on just this one item. And I would think every real estate broker, every lender, even lawmakers are agreeing that there is a significant money-making opportunity here for real estate investors. And it also helps out these developments. So right now, most of those 60% of condo, townhouses, those are not on the approved list. Many of those will start to become on the approved list as the lawmakers make these changes, and some of these most recent changes that they have already made are starting to have an impact on getting these developments FHA approved. So it is a kind of a complex topic to talk about. Literally, I've spent 6 months just going through mortgagee letters and through FHA's website to try to figure out what direction are they heading. And I'm at a point right now where I can see significant opportunity, and everyone is backing getting these unapproved FHA developments on the approved list. And so I will a lot of times start sending out properties, letting you know, hey, here is a property that's in a non-FHA approved location, but likely this area over the next few years will become FHA approved. So if we buy this property in foreclosure, we're already buying it, 30%, 40% below market. But once that property becomes FHA approved, and if it does, there is a little bit of risk that it does or it does not, but we're mitigating that risk by buying the property already in foreclosure under market, or buying it via distress sale. But where it's going to come into play is that we buying it in foreclosure, and then if that FHA development gets approved, we're going to see a 30%, I'm guessing a 30% increase on top of what the current value of the property is today if that property gets FHA approved. So I want to let investors know a little bit about it. It's something that I could probably explain a little bit more in detail if you really have an appetite for this. I don't think it's let's buy one property and see what happens. I think it's for an investor who is buying a lot of real estate, looking to add to their portfolio, and looking at something that really has a significant upside. And with me paying very close attention to this, I think it will be a significant gain for all of us that are active investors. So again, the process, just I'll take it a little bit further. Again, you can call me, but most of the developments, why they are not FHA approved, they were FHA approved prior to the market crash in 2008. They were on the FHA approved list. Well, what happened was, how they fell off the approved list is they had high delinquencies in HOA dues. People were behind on their dues, and these associations have to renew for FHA approval every 24 months. And when they would go in for the renewal, they're like, well, we have 20% delinquency in HOA dues, or meaning that their dues are 60 days or greater late. And as a result, those associations, those townhouses, condo developments, would not fall on the FHA condo list. They would not qualify. So what we want to do is see those units fall back onto that approved list. And to be able to do that, they have to get their delinquency rates underneath that 15% mark. And we're seeing that as our economy gets better. Now the delinquency rates went from 20 or 25%. Now they're hitting underneath that 15% mark. So that's one significant thing that we want to be paying close attention to. And there's various other items that come into play, like owner occupancy status. A lot of these units were not owner occupied, and HUD used to have, or FHA used to have a requirement that 50% must be 50% of the units in the development must be owner occupied. They've now reduced that down. That's the most recent change as of November of 2016. They reduced that down to 35% of the units have to be owner occupied. There are some other stipulations if they do move down to 35% of some other requirements that come along with that are detailed. Again, that's a telephone call, and I can explain it in extreme detail and trying to put it together in maybe documents that I could send over. But it all gets summarized in these mortgagee letters and notifications that come out from HUD or from FHA. And a website I'm using constantly is HUD.gov to really track and trend what's happening with FHA and making mortgages. Because FHA mortgages, in the areas where we buy properties, they're a primary buyer for properties that are $400,000 or less. It's probably in some of the neighborhoods that we work in, it's 25, 30, 40% of the buyers are obtaining FHA mortgages. So if these developments become FHA approved, you will see a significant increase in the ability for buyers to get financing. It opens up a huge pool of buyers to be able to buy that property, and as a result is going to see a significant uptick in pricing for those areas. And my guess is it's about 30% based on looking at developments that are currently FHA approved and unapproved right now, same unit, same area. That is a 30% difference in valuation. So as always, you can give me a call. Or you can check out our website, chaseforeclosure.com. And on that website, under the news section, I'll be posting information about this pretty continual, because I know this is going to be something that's going to happen over the next 2 years. And I'll be keeping you in the loop of what's going on. So call me with any questions. Thanks.